I think, as a Paralympian, it's amazing to see that the public can engage in another way, and EDF Energy have provided them with this EDF Energy of the Nation project. And look at it now, like that's representing people's tweets, and just how well the athletes are doing it in the village at the moment. And I think, because it's quite easy, I think, for people to think that once the games finishes for the evening, that people go to sleep and forget about it. But actually, this goes on 24/7 until the closing ceremony, and then we'll start up again for the Paralympic Games. And as athletes, that's great to know that the nation are always involved. I think the best thing about the EDF Energy of the Nation campaign is that actually we can go on it from in the village. We can watch the live stream, so we can see what's happening of an evening and see how people are responding to what we're doing, because it's quite easy to live in that little bubble over in Stratford and just be so involved in what we're doing that actually we forget that it's having an impact on everybody else around us, and hopefully it will inspire them to achieve their goals and dreams. I think EDF Energy's light show is really good because, like you said, it keeps going through from the Olympics right to the end of the Paralympics, because it is a long 6-week period for a lot of people to keep up that enthusiasm, and hopefully it will just represent the success that we're having, and the nation will feed off that, and it'll just get better and better, and we'll climax on the closing ceremony night at the Paralympic Games. I think the best thing about Mission Control is it's completely free, it's accessible to all, and you can really get a hands-on approach to it and feel. You can see, as soon as you press tweet or you've gone onto your Facebook account, it comes up on the screen the impact you've had on the light show, and they demonstrate that. And I think that's great because that gets more people involved, because if they think they're doing something and it's having an impact, they're more likely to take part than if they just think their text is being sent somewhere random. So I think the fact that so many people are going to be in London, and there is a lot of downtime because people haven't been fortunate enough to get tickets for everything, but this initiative from EDF Energy really gets people to be included even if they haven't got tickets and feel like they're contributing to the Games and the athletes' performances. London 2012 will be my 3rd Paralympic Games, and I've been fortunate enough to medal in my past 2 appearances. On my debut in Athens I got a silver, and then I upgraded that in Beijing to a gold. And obviously any medal at that level is amazing, but I would ultimately love to defend my title at home in front of a home crowd. Trials didn't go as well as I was hoping. I didn't swim quite as fast as I was planning on swimming, but that just meant that I changed things up, and I've relocated, and I've put a lot of effort into this last phase, and I can really feel things starting to come together now, because the Paralympic Games does work on a 4-year cycle, and it's all about being ready for September. I think the magical thing about the Paralympic Games is that we get to unite as a nation for those 11 days, and I think it's great to come together with all the other sports, because most of the time we just travel on our own with swimmers and individually. So I think that's, for me, is the best thing about the Paralympic Games, is that you get to support, you're not just going with 30 athletes, you're going with 300. And I think, again, with it being in Britain, and we're such a proud nation, we're so patriotic that everybody's getting involved. Everybody gets involved in every Games, but because it's at home, because it's London 2012, I think you can see, just walking around London, walking around different parts of Britain, everybody has got some connection to the Games, and as soon as they hear that you're competing, they can't wait to talk to you. I think for me as a Paralympian, we're extra fortunate because we get to watch the Olympics first as a bit of a dress rehearsal, and we get to view all the venues and all the athletes and exactly how it's going to work, so that when we get to the Paralympic Games, nothing's left to chance. And with it being in London 2012 this year, I've been fortunate enough to come down to London in this opening weekend and experience it for myself and be part of the Olympic bubble, and just take that inspiration back with me, back up to Manchester to complete my final bits of training. And so I'll be as prepared as I can be, and I think I'll be able to enjoy London 2012. Obviously, if people are in London, it would be amazing if they could come down to Mission Control and actually get a first-hand experience of it. But if they're not, they can take part from wherever they are in the country, or in fact the world, by logging on to edfenergyofthenation.com, and actually they can even view the live stream from home. And I think that is an added bonus of being involved in this project.